many statements that I find repulsive and completely inappropriate, and what I view as threats. I was told I was going to be raped. I was told I was going to be gangbanged. I was told that they were going to make sure that I was never going to want to act as a journalist again by making sure that I would be repeatedly raped while I was in jail. When I was in the detention center, I saw numerous young women who were completely strip searched, who weren't strip searched by who were strip searched by male officers. And one young woman, when she was coming out, who was completely traumatized, said that she had had a finger put up her. And I find this completely unacceptable, and I hope that people will investigate this, because from what I saw in the cell, from the women who were coming out, who were being strip searched, they were definitely traumatized, and there was very much violence that was targeted to young women.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. Oh!
The Harper government is at war with the people. The events of these past few weeks have caused me to quit the Conservative Party. The foundation for an international globalist police state is being created. In this country, you can now be detained indefinitely without trial. If you are declared a terrorist, as a citizen, you can be deported to a foreign country and tortured. This government has stated that it is acceptable to use information obtained through torture. During the G20 summit in Toronto, peaceful protesters were attacked, beaten, detained, strip-searched, and held in cages, while powerful international forces decided our future behind closed doors without our consent. Legislation is being created and tabled as we speak to make it legal for the government to spy on all of your electronic communications, all of the time, without a warrant. They're going to force communications companies to build an infrastructure that sends all of your information directly to their federal spy agencies. They also intend to censor your access to information. Recently, Harper could be seen bowing down to the Chinese emperor on his trade mission to give away our oil. The Chinese government owns a significant portion of the Alberta tar sands. The Chinese government's ownership of our oil fields gives it authority over issues dealing with production. The proposed BC pipeline is to ship raw, unrefined crude to China for processing. The recent trade deal signed by this government contains investor state provisions. These provisions give the Chinese government the legal right to sue our federal, provincial, and municipal governments if they enact legislation that the communists feel hurt their profits. This means if our government democratically decides to do something with the oil that the Chinese don't like, they can sue us in court and extract potentially billions of dollars from Canadian taxpayers. Alberta will run out of clean water before it runs out of oil. If we enact legislation to protect our drinking water, this deal allows the Chinese government to sue us for hurting their profits. We send our natural resources to China. They send us back finished products. We are a colony in a new empire. Some corporations and executives will strike rich, but the rest of us are getting fleeced. We live in an international system of trade that does not care about human rights. This corporatist model must be resisted. It too much resembles the Nazi movement we fought so hard to stop. We need a system of trade designed for the people, by the people. We have all suffered from the effects of this economic crisis, some of us more than others. The answer is not global fascism. They created this crisis. They will offer you prosperity and security in exchange for your liberty. You will receive neither. Fear is the weapon of choice of our enemies. Do not be afraid. I do not ask for your money. I do not ask for your life. I ask for your voice to be heard. Speak up. Talk about what is happening. Resolve among your circle of friends to publicly resist the government. Get online and stand up for Canada. We will do everything in our power to defeat this government at the ballot box. This struggle goes beyond nationalism and ideology. We must move beyond those things and come together as decent people with a common cause. This is not about left and right. This is a struggle between freedom and fascism, a conflict between good and evil for the human soul. Democracy is our only hope. We must never surrender. Our liberty, our way of life is under attack. This is Joel McClellan. If you're listening to this, you are the resistance.